Let's continue the discussion and shift the focus homeward now. Again, we have the former Defense Department spokesman, J.D. Gordon, also the former chairman of the House Select Committee on Intelligence, Pete Hoekstra. Gents, we thank you for hanging in. Pete, the other day, Congressman Duncan D. Hunter said in talking to Border Patrol agents, he said 10 ISIS terrorists were picked up on that border with Texas. Now we get a report from Judicial Watch that at least four ISIS terrorists were arrested. But Jay Johnson says that didn't happen. What's your take on it?
Put me in the camp of Duncan Hunter. This Duncan has spent a lot of time focused on border issues. You were in Congress when I was there. If you want to get real ground truth, go to the ground, go to the border, talk to the border agents and those types of folks. They will give you the straight scoop, whether it was 10 or 4. But most importantly, do we believe that ISIS will use Ebola perhaps as a military tactic to inflict economic damage on the United States? And the answer is yes.
So Pete Hoekstra's take is, yeah, we're concerned about ISIS terrorists infiltrating over the border, but Pete, you're telling us to be more concerned about the weaponization of Ebola.
Well, it's not, the weaponization may be as simple as having people inflicted with the virus getting into the United States, either through legal means or illegal means, with the hope and the thought that, they want to spread Ebola into the United States. They want to get it, there's kind of an Ebola phenomena going on right now. Everybody's paying attention to it. You've got a couple of cases, you had the case in Dallas, but, imagine what would be happening if we had 5, 10, 15 people in diverse locations who had been identified as having the Ebola virus.
So to expound upon that, we just heard from him, Pete. J.D. Gordon, Pete is saying you get people coming across this border or flying into the country who have Ebola, we've got big problems. That scenario is terrifying. What is your take on that probability?
JD, I think that is a terrifying scenario, but I'd like to go back to something Jay Johnson said. Basically, he was disputing what Duncan Hunter had mentioned, that we had 10 guys come across the southern border that were part of ISIS. I worked with Jay Johnson at the Pentagon for my last 9 months there, and his first 9 months, he was the general counsel, the top lawyer for the Defense Department during the Obama administration. And, he was the same guy, Jay Johnson, responsible for saying the Fort Hood shooting was workplace violence.
Oh, so, wow.
Yeah, he was the guy behind that. So Jay Johnson's going to say Fort Hood is workplace violence. Of course he's going to say nothing happened at our southern border with ISIS.
Now, J.D. Gordon, you're a diplomat, but I want you to tell it like it is. When Jay Johnson called what went on at Fort Hood workplace violence and now tries to tamp down these rumors, is it fair to call Secretary Johnson a key administration propagandist?
Well, he's certainly towing the line of President Obama, and President Obama wants the country to think, hey, nothing to see here, folks, move along. We don't have a threat from radical Islam. He doesn't even want to call it radical Islam. So until we look the threat in the eye and face what it is, we're going to suffer these type of different attacks and these infiltrations. So Jay Johnson has to get more honest with the American people, but it starts at the top. President Obama has to be more honest with the country about the threats we face.
20 seconds go to you, Pete Hoekstra. You get the last word.
No, it's nice to be on with JD. We agree on most of this. The threats are real. The threat of Ebola is real. The threat of ISIS is real. And the threat that the two come together is also very real.
Fair enough. The threat that there are those who will continue to try to redefine, or dare we say propagandize, some legitimate threats, sadly, likewise, that's real too. Pete Hoekstra, J.D. Gordon, gentlemen, we thank you for your time, and America's Forum continues here on Newsmax TV.